Hello everybody, I'm Absurdum, and today we're going to play a little bit of Robothorium. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Robothorium? No, I'm sure it's Robothorium. I haven't heard anybody pronounce it. This game, I tried a little bit. It was super on sale over the weekend. I played a little bit over the weekend. It has a little bit of Twitch support, so we're going to play it on stream. I'm expecting it to be a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun trying it out. A little bit of a reprieve from Battle Brothers. We're going to stream it a bit tomorrow, so there will be some more of that content. Just a quick reminder for anyone who's missed it, the next couple weeks I am moving, and there's going to be a lot of kind of off-camera, off-stream stuff. So the content is going to slow down a little bit, probably to every other day or so. So just as a reminder, if you see it slow down, that is going to be temporary. Hopefully very temporary. And then we should be back in the swing of things. So just do be patient with that. I appreciate it very much. But for now, let's get back into this game. Hopefully, it's a new thing for all you guys. I haven't seen anything like that. I'm very much hoping that Twitch voting and stuff works. I've never played a game that has Twitch voting, all that, so I'm super excited to get that. So basically here we have our difficulties. To break it down real quickly, we have an easy mode where after you go out on a mission, I guess I'll explain real quickly kind of the synopsis of the game, which it will get into very quickly. Hey Jess, welcome. This is the future, of course. You are this like hybrid, I think you're like a hybrid AI, more or less built to bring peace to a world where there's robots rebelling for their freedom. And you're this hybrid human AI meant to bring peace because the robots are rebelling for their freedom. In this future, you're leading the resistance, trying to make this peace. There's different factions. For cyborgs, for robots, they all want you to do different things to go about what they think will bring about the best options for peace. So you go on missions for them. Here you can get weaker enemies. When you come back, you get free repairs. You get regular enemies. You will have to repair when you get back. If something is destroyed, I think it's destroyed for good. No, if something is destroyed, you have to repair them. Enemies you fight, basically. This one, fallen robots are destroyed permanently. You will lose the game if your whole team is destroyed. It encounters that enemies are more powerful. So this is your hardest, but honestly, this is the one I played on. Watch how I'll eat these boards, but it didn't feel too terrible. However, with that being said, I'm still going to stick with Insurrection. It seemed reasonable. It's very possible the game will just get harder. I didn't play too much of it. 2052 robotics have been, and see, this is why I don't like to read those. I'm so slow reading out loud. Contributed greatly to the creation of powerful and respecting society. Exploited and oppressed robots demonstrated the recognition of their rights. The reaction of the human race was predictable. They shot him. It's predictable. Today, a civil war threatens to burst out. You are SAIA, an artificial intelligence programmed for a single purpose, offering a future to robots. Okay, so I was able to do a pretty decent job explaining the quick sign-ups that I did. When I was trying the game out the other day, it was like 4 in the morning and I was really stumbling to get through it. So I was like, I'm not going to do a very good job explaining this, so I'm going to try my best right now to explain it. So I apologize. It wasn't too bad. It felt like it was like that Detroit game. But much obviously shorter detail. Shot the robots. Yeah, that's what it felt like, right? They shot the robots with other robots. Hey, Theanos, how are you, friend? SAIA, I am Sarah, the emissary for the rebel factions, and I'm here to help you. You need to hurry up and get out of here. Some idling robots should be laying around. Go ahead, take control of 3 of them. Why, in a room of 6 robots, we only take 3? I don't know. But we can basically kind of take our starting, squad with us, right? And these are the same ones, I want to say, as I was offered before in slightly different orders, which is kind of strange. They look slightly different in terms of appearance, but otherwise are from the same countries, have the same names. So before I took Guard, which I liked a lot. This Russian one, which I liked a lot, and I want to say Riot, which was fair enough. I think I ended up getting Repair and Scout. I wish I could see their abilities. You can't. They all have different abilities. So despite the fact that both Scout... hold on. Some of them might say different. So it has the same bonuses. They do have different classes. I thought something about these two pretty much hinted that they were kind of the same. Like I said, I played it was like 4 in the morning. Not my sharpest time, as one could probably imagine. Regardless, I'm gonna go with the guard. I did really like him. I'm gonna go with the war. I did really like him. I really did like the scout. He was really cool. Part of the reason I really liked the scout, though, is he was getting kind of leveled. He did get like 3 legendary pieces of equipment, though, so we might not end up liking him as much. This guy was kind of, as you could probably guess, with a shield, your true tank. The problem was he has like a taunt. The problem with it, though, was you really have to get him leveled up to be able to get the taunt, to get the abilities to get the decreased damage taken and stuff, and I think that's all he would really ever be able to do. I'm not saying he's not worth it. I'm just saying I don't think it's worth it early game. Where later, I think you'd be able to pick him up with some levels, be able to do it. At the point you need him, you would be able to have that stuff right off the bat. And the other option I'm intrigued with is Zerker, simply because I haven't seen him. He takes extra defense. He's angry. I played this game and didn't have any sound. I may or may not have been at work, so there's no sound. But the scout was kind of cool. He's got a drone with what appears to be Chinese. Yeah, he's from China, so that would make sense. And he makes those kind of noises, which is cool too. The repair one, I don't know. You think repair sounds cool, but it wasn't cool. I just diss him and leave. You're not cool. Leave the room. I'm doing quite well, friend. Sarah says, I'm sorry, that's not what she said at all. You are currently located in the BreakTech lab. Take some time to look around. Scanning your surroundings should be easy task for an artificial intelligence as advanced as you. Yeah, assuming I can read. So this is basic controls. We have a map. This, in its basis, is a dungeon crawler, and that's what the game advertises itself as. So we will go around and scout. Now, one of the things that we can do here is like this. And this is going to be really cool, so we're going to have to test this. This is one of the reasons I want to play it on Twitch, is because this is a really great place for my head, but it's okay. Not so much here, because we have one option, we can open the case. But later, we'll have options in different rooms to do stuff, and you guys will be able to vote and chat. And hopefully it will work just fine. But for now, let's open up our equipment and see. The equipment stuff isn't too crazy. It's pretty straightforward for an RPG. Or it's very crazy and I just didn't realize it because I was tired. So we picked up a gun. It's hard to say, I don't know. This seems like the exact same gun I picked up before. If you hold shift, you can compare them side by side. Looks just better in every way. Alright, so here it is. Here's an action that we can do. I don't know if there's enough people here to do this. We'll see. Oh no, it's just one action is hack, so we'll just hack it. Never mind. Eventually, we'll get to a room where we'll have a decision to make, and you guys can hopefully make the decision. So now that we hacked this, I'm just super excited for somebody to vote on something. It gives us intel on future rooms. Alright, Twitch vote. So here it is. People can type 1, 2, or 3. If you're wondering what 1, 2, and 3 does, I don't know. Destroy, hack, or deactivate. I changed the default was 25 seconds. I changed it from 25. Maybe 25 is better. I don't know what happens if we hack it. Ew. Well, I know what happens if we fail. The danger level goes up, which you can't see because my head's in the way. My cup kind of... And then next statuses go up. Just move your head, huh? Absurdum. Ah, screw it. It just changes our chances of making a roll successful. No password can resist us. Alright, and then finally we get some combat. Once again, combat's not too complicated. Nothing that I can't explain in a nutshell. Though it's one of the things that people were kind of really complaining about when it came to reviews on Steam, and I was kind of surprised. They said that it was kind of boring. So basically, you have shields. Everyone has shields. Everyone has like structural damage, and then everyone has this last one called overload, which is kind of think of it like heat or whatever you might want to be. It's a mechanic that is in other games. Of course, I can't think of any off the top of my head. But once you hit 100 or whatever, you kind of like overload and shut down. So you want to do things to manage it. These three abilities here were all generated. That's what this top part up here, 30%. Creates it. Where you see that one right there says negative 30%, and it's in green. It will bring it down, of course. This is kind of like your special ability. At some point you unlock it. I don't know what that point is. I never got there when I was playing it before. So it does take some time. So we're going to do the proton shot, I think, because it will do a fair amount of damage. And it will bounce off to other people. Applies short circuit. This is kind of nice. What are you? An assistant. So the way this scout works is he has that drone that flies with him. You typically want to order shoot right away just because it will do marked target. And then later bounces on all enemies affected by marked target. That drone has a chance. Make sure I'm right by this before I go around running my mouth like an idiot. Or you could do this one, I guess, too, because it also applies to marked target. The drone has a chance to shoot anything that is marked target automatically. Shoot the skill. But this one, it's debuffs. Overheat's kind of nice. Chance to land a critical hit and damage all this. Skill increased by 10% for each penalty. Bounces to on all enemies affected by marked target. I think we'll get more out of this early on, though. So this will apply deflection shot. The launcher loses 20% of its shields, maximum to deal 124 damage to an enemy. Applies thorium marked to the launcher. Damage reduced by 20%. Can be really good. Makes them real tanky. Near charge is also really good. Deals 93% of damage to an enemy. Applies 3 stacks of near converter. Near converter. Shields regenerate by 10%. The shield damage stacks to 10 times. Removes 1 stack when attacked. So you can get your stacks up. Do this. To do more damage with your shields. Or vice versa. Engine's Roar seems kind of silly. It deals 108 damage. Applies enhanced regeneration to the launcher. It seemed alright. I mean, he's kind of tanky too. I think that's part of my problem with before when I had 2 tanks. They were kind of competing with each other. And this is nice because it does do damage to both. If they're both high shields. But they're not, so... So that's a quick overview of what we have here, at least. Hey, Firewolf, how are you, friend? No alerts again, huh? What? Now Live likes to act up, friend. Well, I'm glad you're here, because you can vote things on here. You can vote on actions when we come across them, which is going to be awesome. I'm super pumped about it. Oh yeah, we really hit that guy. How many status effects do you have? Just the one? To a random enemy. That's kind of nice, except mark target's not on you. They didn't seem to spread mark target. It doesn't matter, he's dead, I guess, but... yeah, not very long. I ate some pasta, I was running late. This, that, and another. So you have 150, 150. You're much squishier, let's go for you. I feel like you might be doing more status effects and whatnot to me as well. I think you're actually marking. Yeah. I might have been wrong about some of these abilities. That's silly, I know. I know it has a delay sometimes, but usually it's not. I don't think it's usually that bad, at least. Scout drone fires for me. Oh, almost killed him. Splash it. Oh yeah, splash it real good. Ah, I did put mark target on him. Nice. Blammo. Fantastic. I'm so excited for somebody to vote in my chat. Like, unreasonably so. Incredibly unreasonably so. Yeah, wreck him, drone. Target analysis, 35% chance to focus and stocked. Okay. Chance doubled on enemies affected at least one penalty. Nice. Damage taken increased by, whoa, stock damage taken. Taking damage regenerates the shield of assailant. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I really should read what some of these abilities do. Seems reasonable. Alright, you're done. Not bad for a first battle. I don't think it was that close, but sure. We got tentacles. Great. I guess. And motor oil can be sold at the black market. All stuff we don't really know anything about yet, but I imagine we will with due time. Yes. Being that zoomed in doesn't really help me. The robots you're facing, a trap. Your robots are facing a trap. That's a completely different sentence. It's becoming too dangerous to stay here any longer. This should be a vote. Okay, well, whatever. Your robots have unveiled a trap. Won't be able to trigger. You certainly are talented. Sure. Scan and explode room. Yes, great, thank you. Open the case. Let's take a look at equipment. Somebody should be able to equip this tentacle. Guess not any of our people. Renovation terminal. Interesting. Let's go back to this. There are goals up there. I don't know what the renovation terminal is. Let's reset the electric meter. Oh, great. I guess. Hello, friend. How are you? What else did I miss? Oh, Jess is back. Welcome, Jess. How are you, Cisco? It's good to have you, friend. I feel like I'm super close to my screen. There we go. That seems maybe a little more comfortable. Assistant, cyber rookie. Okay. I think we're gonna aim for the assistant in the back. Aims for a line. Let's go. Start marking people. Or his legs of robot dog? No, you can see a little bit of his leg in the back. Though if he was like half robot dog, that would be kind of intense. I don't think that's reasonable. It seems reasonable, but I don't think it is. Oh god, please don't tell me my stream's acting up again. I don't have that in me emotionally right now. Not today. Alright, get out of here, loser. Trish might be drunk. That does sound like them. We'll just bounce off. Let's maybe just cool off a bit. Spreads all penalties from the target to the enemy, but that's going to increase. Tues-Thurs. Bounces on all enemies affected by marked target. I could just mark another target. I can't do this one. It'll overheat me too much. Which is a shame. I'd really like to do that. I mean, these are basically the same. Maybe I should have just cooled off. I'm hoping this drone will kill it next turn. I don't know, the cyber dog might heal itself first. It's hard to say. Remarked, why didn't you shoot him? Does drone only get to shoot at one guy? Whatever, shoot him anyways. Ah, get wrecked, friend. Nice. Applied the full stack too. Hopefully it's getting better for you. We're about to talk for links. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Omicron polymorphic device. Sure, sure. Battletech 2.0 rifle. Synthetic solution. A Kappa Neosteel Leotard. That seems reasonable. Let's throw some of these leotards on people. Oh yeah, we got our levels too. But of course. Well, you're equipping it anyways, because I said so. Use switches. Yes, yes, yes. You can't equip any of those things. You've disappointed me, good friend. Wow. People can't equip anything. Alright, what is this? This is a gadget. Increases some stuff. We'll have to take it. Yeah, he does have a drone there. We need to get him a flying drone. I don't know what that's going to take. But we must make it happen. Alright, let's look at these talents. So for now, in the outer ring of talents, each time we get a certain amount of talents put in here, we'll kind of access the new tier, even though the tier is kind of the inside instead of the outside. Whatever. We get the next ring, we can get higher and better things. Which robot legs would I feel like I have an answer for that. Probably not dog, though. Probably not frog. I know. A horse could, like, kick off your face. I've seen it, unfortunately. Face kicking sounds like a cool ability. Just as a short-term answer. So, they have abilities that we've seen, but they also have abilities we haven't seen yet. And then they have abilities like power-ups that we can get additionally to what they have. So, for example, we have Virus Pulse. But then we can get degradation to it too. Virus Pulse also has a 50 and then 100% chance for one turn to randomly bonus into a random penalty, which is another random debuff. This is the one that's been applying mark target, so we've been using it. Splash, ammo, spreads all penalties from the targeted enemy to a random enemy. We've been using that one. Honestly, we've been using all these, so I don't see us replacing them. Reduces the overload an ally to 0, but applies... yeah, see, that seems stupid. Applies as many random bonuses to the launcher as there are penalties on the targeted enemy. Yeah, sure. Corrosion. Takes damage equivalent to 10% of the maximum shield and structure combated. Bind per turn for 5 turns. Oh! That's 50%, friend. Shields regenerate, but the other stuff doesn't. And mark to target. That could replace this. That's better than heat. Okay, let's talk about you. What's this going on here? So Frank ammo also has a 50 to 100% chance. Random bonus. One random bonus on the enemy into a random penalty. Oh, okay. It's nice unless they don't have a random bonus. This is just another random. Turn one random bonus into a random penalty. Oh wait, that's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Game and microphone. Also, hello. Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate it very much. Is that for other people too? It would seem weird that it's going for both. If it was just one or the other, that would seem reasonable. Twitch definitely seems drunk, and I'm kind of jealous. If I didn't have to drive later, I would probably partake. Yeah, that is true. 3 different people with 3 different problems. It doesn't necessarily surprise me because OBS is kind of telling me my bit rate's all over the place. Sure, I'll put you over there. Well, then I am kind of interested in maybe replacing Vol's Pulse with sulfuric ammo. I don't think we per se have to unlock this. But before I get ahead of myself, maybe... God, that's really cool. Corrosion's really cool. Is that something we really need? I don't know. Random bonuses to the launcher. Yeah. This seems stupid. Robotic. Coordination also applies 1 random bonus to the targeted ally per blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. That seems dumb. Splash ammo has a 50 to 100% chance to spread penalties to 1 additional enemy. See, that seems kind of nice. That's what I was thinking too. So if we are trying to get marked target, we can get 2 marked targets, and then if we get the drone to shoot at more than 1 person, that would be pretty awesome, because that's something we're going to be able to do. I saw it here. Drone OP effect has a 70% chance to execute 2 times at the beginning of each turn. I mean, we can make this drone an absolute killing machine. Killing an enemy with order shoot grants 50 to 100% chance to spread all targets penalties to another enemy. I mean, this thing will be a murder machine, I think. And if you're not familiar with me, I love murder, and I love murder machines. So this is right on my alley. And this isn't even the coolest robot I found. In my short time testing this game out, there is one robot that I did find that I was even more in love with its ability to murder and to entertain me. Thank you, Firewolf. And I really hope we find it again. I was disappointed it was not a starting one. I really, really hope we find it. Oh, and we can name these robots too. We can name these robots too. We definitely need to do that. Spreads all penalties from target. Enemy to... Okay, so I think if we're going to do... Hold on, what's this one? Has a 715 additional chance to apply its effects. That's not too bad. It's doubled. So does that double? Chance doubled. So is that... So it would probably be doubled after this edition, not before that edition. So it becomes a 100% chance if it's affected by a penalty. So that would be good to get to. So I think these 2 are definitely worth a gun. Now, whether or not we want to get sulfuric ammo over Virus Pulse, excuse me, is the real question. And that's really because, do we want corrosion? Or do we want overheat? And I think that's an easy answer of, we want corrosion. Corrosion just sounds so much better. But I think that's going to take at least 1 more point. And in the meantime, we have better things to do. And that better thing is probably getting splash ammo up to affect more people more of the time. So at least for that one, that's a done deal for now. We can switch these out, I think, with the ones that we already have. It costs money. We'd have to, we'd have to spend a point right now, I think, to unlock this one. I believe. Which we haven't done. So it's okay. Deals the damage of order shoot to random enemy affected by mark target at the beginning of each turn. So right now it only shoots once, but that's fine. We are going to change that. I apologize. This part's going to take a while. Simply because I like to have a plan ahead of time of what we're going to do with these builds. I don't think once we plan out this beginning part, it's going to change a whole lot. If it does, at least we have an idea of what the other build might be, and we can change it. It's just going to cost us some virtual money. I don't think it's going to be too hard to come by that said virtual money. But building a character is a big part of an RPG. That's kind of why you play them. So this guy is, let's see here. It's kind of just a generic damage dealer, I think, if you ask me. I don't know if he really shines in any particular way. I did get Intimidation Burst last time. This is mostly because it's an ability that kind of targets everyone. It does put on Weak Spot. Chances to take critical damage increased by 25%. It seemed okay. I didn't love it. We can upgrade it to chance to take stocked damage regeneration. Taking damage regenerates the shield of the assailant by 20% damage dealt. Interesting. They need backstories. Ooh, I like it. They're all banded there. Probably for being rebels. The ones we find in different places will be kind of cool too. Enhanced power, you say? And this will be something they apply to themselves. So the upgrades to this dispersed cloud, I got this, like I said, mostly because I could shoot at everyone. It generated a fair amount. I don't see myself really getting again. It's okay. We will start to see. It's kind of a buffer, too, actually. Enhanced speed to all eyes. That's kind of nice. What else do you do? Damage reflection. Reflects 30% of damage taken. 50% chance. Oh, that's actually not bad at all. The single target does 107 damage. Launches once again for free in case of critical hit. Wow, that's really nice. Overload generated by ammo reduced. Excuse me. So it generates less overload. By 2 and then 5%. Well, that's... Excuse me. That's kind of dumb. Unless firing twice makes it generate another percentage, which case then I don't really like it at all, even with critical hit. So far, Galvanize seems alright though. Electrified Shock also has 36% chance to apply stun. Now that I like. Stun was nice. There's some enemies that you really gonna kind of target to really kind of knock them out. Proton Shots is nice because it bounces to other enemies. Bounce 1 to 2 additional enemies. Overload generated by the skill increased by 10%. Ooh. So do I want to unlock Galvanize? Apply speed. And then switch it out probably for Energetic Zeal. Because this is an ability that's only going to hit a line, which means right now just 2 robots. This will hit all of us, and always will hit all of us. For 2 turns, that's not a bad way to open up. In fact, it's a great way to open up. Even if I don't start putting points into riling. And gives us, and if I did, it would give us damage reflection, which is awesome. Super awesome. I think that's better than putting points into Electric Shock. Which seems nice. Or even protons. Which increases the overload generation, but an extra bounce or 2 is really nice too. Yeah, I think so. Let's do Galvanation. Unless I'm dumb. And I can't. I swear this is how I did it before. Maybe I can now? Do I have... Oh crap. Did I screw up? Well, let's get rid of this if we can. Maybe I didn't have to put a point in it. Well, good news. We have Galvanation with damage reflection. Alright, moving on. Power is reduced. That's fine. Alright, so let's try to quickly look at him. Because I know this is dragging on a bit. Destruction. This launcher loses 20% of his shield, maximum 76 damage to an enemy. Also applies reduced heals and 1 random penalty. So this really debuffs some of the cost of shields. Kind of like his deflection shot, which Loses 20% of his shields to damage and applies thorium marked to himself. Damage taken reduced. So this reduces the shields, does damage, but also buffs him a bit. This just does damage and debuffs him. I kind of like that better than fuel drain. Engine's roar deals 71 damage to an enemy, applies enhanced regeneration to himself. Regenerates better. That's alright. Belligerent smash. Launcher loses his remaining shields to deal 15 damage to all enemies for every 20% shield lost this way. That is kind of stupid to me too. Destruction, the launcher loses 20%. I already read that one. Hurt derp. These aren't even the abilities he has lined up out there. Because he doesn't have belligerent smash. Digital reaping. These 35. Deals 35 to an enemy line. Turns one random bonus on each enemy to a random penalty. Deals 35 additional damage for each bonus turned into it. So that's okay. Let's see if any of these make it better. Digital reaping also increases the overload of the enemy overload of the enemies of the line by 5-10%. That's okay. Grants 10-20% additional chance to land a critical hit with destruction every 20% shield missing. Yeah, that's okay. I'm tempted with destruction. So basically, the riskier it is to use it, the better chance of landing a crit. I mean, chances are I'm not going to use it though if it's already risky. But that's cool, I guess. Ninja's Roar also has a 50-100% chance to apply enhanced heals to allies in the launcher's line. See, that's nice. That's the time I think I could use that. In fact, it might be what I actually get. Disrupt Shield. Deflection Shot also has a 50-100% chance to apply reduced generation. Actually, I might get that. Belligerent Smash also has a 10-20%. It generates 10-20% of the launcher's maximum shield after shield loss. Shield is lost that way. That's actually kind of nice with a buff. It makes it a lot better. 15 damage for every... So if you... I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Deflection Shot. Take reduced damage. You apply reduced generation. I mean, I think it's great. I like this ability a lot already. We can look into the other ones I liked. I have an idea for this guy. It's something. We're going places. Let's leave this place. With the button that says leave. Simple enough. You and your robots are safe here. Welcome to the secret rebel base. So secret. It's in China. I re-leveled and we got a legendary piece. Converted pulsars. Obviously. Success chance in demonstration. Increased by 10%. I don't know what it means by in demonstration, but okay. It sounds good. We also got some other pieces and parts that I would like to put on people. Stuff to be used in the workshop, which we can't do yet. Excellent. And we did not level, so no one has to sit through me going to that again. This is our hangar. Here you'll be able to buy and sell robots. However, these technological masterpieces are not what you'd call cheap. Unlike the shield of your robots, which regenerates between each mission, their structures need to be regularly repaired in this hangar in exchange for some res. Indeed they do. Luckily, we don't need to repair any of them right now, and there is nothing for actual SAIA yet. Let's put this head on him. He doesn't have one installed, so that should be an easy upgrade choice. At least first ones should be easy choices for us, as something's better than nothing, typically. I don't know what it means by demonstration, but I'm sure it's good, so we'll go with it. I really wish you could equip it. Something. Really, I wish you could equip a new flying drone thing. But we'll get there eventually, I guess. Drew, how are you, friend? How are you? It's been a long time no see. Alright, so we're about to do another storyline mission. I am going to go top off my tea. Actually, maybe I'll be a little crazy and make some coffee. But I will be right back, and I'll see you guys in just a second.